Hi guys, Kurt at Goovnia Music. If I had to pick one thing that separates professional sounding masters from amateur sounding masters, besides it being loud enough, it would be clarity. There's a spot in the frequency spectrum that's just not pleasing to human ears. I'm talking about 350 hertz to 650 hertz. So what I like to do, even before I start tracking on a session, is here you'll see a master fader I created. It's a stereo aux. Got the compressor on the top, and then you got the limiter on the bottom. But in between, I put this stock plugin, and any software you're using will have a stock EQ plugin. And I'm just scooping out about 6 dB around 350 hertz, even before I start tracking. That's on my master fader. So let's say we've recorded all our tracks, and we keep in mind that 350 to 650 hertz area, which regardless of any microphone you use, there's always stuff you can carve out there. With the bass, for example, let's open the stock plugin and just have a listen, see what we can carve out in that area. All right, it's already cleaner sounding. Now what I'd like to do then is think about low-cut filtering. What do you need in that bass? You know, a lot of times you record a live instrument, acoustic instrument, you've got rumble from the air conditioner or cars outside or whatever. You just don't need that stuff. And the same with the high end. On this bass, you don't need it. Maybe there's hiss or something. You're just getting rid of it on the low and the high end. And you're scooping out that middle range. Please don't think that the specific EQ moves I'm doing on the bass or any other instrument are going to work on any bass or any instrument. It's just a philosophical video to get you thinking about the mid-range and the low and high end. But imagine we did that type of thing on every instrument, starting with like these gnarly guitars here. Notice in all these that the EQ, what I'm doing here is last in the signal chain. All these instruments. Why? Because a compressor is going to create frequency content. Same with all these plugins. You got a distortion plugin. It's creating stuff. So if you have it last in line, your EQ, you're cleaning up everything.
You'll see the truth. You'll see the truth. You'll be reborn.
Now the lead vocal is the only one I'm not cutting on the high end. Now why would I do that? Because the vocal is generally the most important, and now it has its own space in this mix, so it can be clearly heard in context with the other instruments. You could think of it as a total purity percentage of your mix. If you left all these tracks unprocessed right off the microphone, your purity percentage is what, 70%? Versus if you go through, starting on even the drums here, scooping out the mid-range trash, high-low cut filtering on all these instruments, and now your purity percentage is what? 95%. We're sending nothing but tightly cleaned tracks to the final mix. I'm going to play this track with all the processing we did, and then I'm going to play it without any of the processing, including that master bus EQ we have. Take a listen.
Once you're fitted with your crown of thorns, you'll see the truth. You'll be reborn. Strawberry.
Okay, now we're going to listen to it without any processing. Mind you, this is the exact same volume.
Once you're fitted with your crown of thorns, you'll see the truth.
I also want you to consider that I haven't boosted any frequencies, including on this master fader. These are all just cuts. It's an amateur mistake to go through all these instruments and start boosting around 2K or 3K or 4K or whatever, because they're seductive frequencies. They're bright, they're shiny, they have a lot of presence, but you're just going to make a harsh mix. To illustrate this, I've got a couple reference tracks, which are singles that were #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is quote-unquote the chart in the universe, as far as pop music anyway.
At the sun, but never in the mirror. It must.
Once you're fitted,
Somebody you never met, but baby, something's
once you're fitted.
You can see that the master I'm working on is right in the ballpark, even a little brighter, and I haven't boosted a thing.